Good morning, guys. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Pam from Old Hippie Homesteaders. And I know I said I wasn't going to show you my pantry anymore, which is still true. I'm not going to show you my whole pantry. But you guys will not believe the amount of food we have gone through. It's crazy. I mean, I have empty spaces everywhere. I have been very frugal about loading up on sales and stuff like that. We have got a few pieces of meat that I have canned. Let me see, here's some here. But with the rest of the stuff, we've just been basically using out of our pantry. I wanted to see if I could see a difference in I want to see if I can see a difference if we just shopped from our pantry. And yeah, I can see a big difference. I can really see a really huge difference. Like I said, I've got quite a few empty spaces and stuff like that. I've got a lot of room on the bottom to add some more, to add the bins. I used to have a bunch of bins stacked, or round buckets stacked. And now I can put them under put them on my shelving. It's got to the point where I can take our long-term store-bought food. I'm talking about Agassiz Farms, things like that, because you guys know I had it. Let me show you real quick here, guys. Okay, so this is our long-term food, which I also use from time to time. So it's got to the point where our shelves are so empty, I can now take this stuff out of this cabinet and put it onto my shelves, my stainless shelves. So I'm going to be cleaning in here today, rearranging a little bit of stuff, and hopefully I've made enough space, we've eaten enough food that this stuff can come out of this cabinet. Now, this was not my goal to go through a lot of food so I can empty this cabinet. That wasn't the goal. The goal was to see how much money we could save. We've saved so much money since my car accident that the money we normally spend on groceries, we have put into a special account, and that's what helped us pay cash for our car. So we didn't save, $10,000, but we saved probably since January 2nd, we've probably saved about $4,000 because I shopped quite a bit. Every time I see a bargain, I would load up. So I'm thinking we saved about $400 to $4,500. So I'm going to work in here today. I might show you some of what I've done, but I'm not going to show you the whole pantry. It's just not, a lot of people told me it's just not safe anymore to show your whole pantry. So let me get this going and I'll bring you back. Look at the room I have. Look at all that. Wow. Wow. So I got it all over on this side. And the cabinet is empty. Oh, man. We really went through the food. So this cabinet here, I'm going to be moving out to the living room to hold all of our books. Wow. So much space now. Wow. Got the cabinet out. I cannot believe how much space we have in here now. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the extra space. Maybe just leave it. I don't know. Here's what the one of the shelving units looks like. That's all the food that was in the cabinet I just moved and all of that. Holy cow, we've gone through a lot of food. Okay, guys. So I am going to be showing you our pantry now that it's all done. So if you've seen my pantry videos before, in this spot right here, I used to have a whole bunch of white buckets and bins all stacked up. They were taking, they were spread out, right in front of the door. These are pocket doors. They slide open and closed. They were taking up a ton of space. They're not here anymore. Okay, so we're going to be moving over to here. This is my stainless shelf that has all my jars, my all my appliances, my trash bags, all my KitchenAid stuff. It's right here. Okay. Now as we move over this way, these I like having this idea. I really like this. It makes everything much neater and cleaner, and it's out of the way for potato chips, cereal bags, anything. Now I use the chip clips, but I attach the chip clips to carabiners. See that? They're all attached to carabiners. Now, I found these carabiners at the Goodwill. When you're at the Goodwill and you go to the section that has the water bottles, it's usually down the sports aisle. A lot of the water bottles have carabiners hanging off of them. And Goodwill doesn't want them hanging on them anymore. So you just grab somebody, they come take them off from you, and they put them in a bag, and they charged me 99 cents. So I got about 20 in a small bag one day. I haven't asked for any more because I didn't need any more, but that's an idea right there. Or if you can find them really cheap. I don't know if Dollar Tree has them or whatever. Okay, now here is a few of the bins that I had over in the corner by the door. I had 2 or 3 bins full of sugar. I combined them. I combined my flour. There was a lot of things I combined to cut these down. This is my mushroom poster. I found it at the Goodwill a million years ago, and I love this thing. Okay, so this whole corner is where that big cabinet used to be. It took up most of this space. In these black tubs is our freeze-dried food. Now, turning to the left here, here's another stainless cabinet. Now this, I really didn't do too much with this. I just made sure everything was cleaned. I had some waters. I added 2 waters here. And in these jars here is all of our freeze-dried food. Now, I'm trying to collect just store-bought jars. And as I find them and use them, then I take one of my canning jars and stick it with where the canning jars go. I don't want to use up any more of my canning jars to hold these items. So I've got all of our friends saving their jars. But all that's freeze-dried. This is just extra stuff down here. This is freeze-dried. Most of this is freeze-dried also. I have a bin in the back that's got lots of spaghetti in it. So this is one of the shelving units that I redid. This took me all day Saturday, all day Sunday. I was in here the whole time. I found 3 jars of pickles that were from 2020. I opened up one jar and they were very soft. I threw out 3 jars of pickles. I threw out 2 pints of tomato soup that had a dark discoloration to it. Just a few odds and ends that helped me organize this shelf, make it a little bit more better when I got rid of a few jars. We have been eating quite a bit of food out of this pantry since my accident. Now, before my accident, I would just jump in my car and take off, and I would be gone 4 or 5 hours. I would go to multiple stores. I would find good deals, bring them back, and shove them here in the pantry. Well, since my accident, I haven't done that. I've only driven one time, and so I haven't, hubby will take me to a bunch of different stores. I just don't have it in me. I don't feel like it. And that's a different story, but anyway, so this is the long-term food that came out of that cabinet that was over here in this corner. Okay? Now, we use this long-term food. I use it all the time. If you don't use it, how are you going to know if you like it if shit hits the fan? And I did not buy it to have it set on my shelf for 25 or 30 years. Now the Mylar bags underneath, they were also in that cabinet. So I've got them stacked with what they are facing me. So these are the black beans. These are the rice. This is flour. And this is a bunch of other things, all kinds of stuff. Pancake mix, potatoes, all kinds of stuff. So when I run out of flour or sugar or beans, I pull out one of these Mylar bags. I also reuse my Mylar bags. I wash them out, dry them out, and I reuse them. So I've got water down there, vinegar, molasses. Okay. I've got everything labeled. I always have everything labeled. I washed all the seals, all the jars. I washed all the shelves. I checked all my seals. Now I know I stack my food. You don't have to tell me, oh God, don't stack your food. It's my pantry. I know what works in my pantry. And yes, I will know if I have a seal that goes bad because I do a monthly pantry cleanup every month. I check all the seals. I move my jars around. I move the older food to the front. I have it every month. I do it. Now these straps, these are earthquake. Well, actually, these are not earthquake straps. These are just 4 feet long bungee cords. They're a wide bungee cord. I found them on Amazon, and I also found them at Home Depot. I have them stretched as tight as they'll go. We've had 4 to 6 small earthquakes since I've put these straps up, and I have not lost one jar. But I'm not fooling myself, because if we have a doozy of a quake, I know some of these jars, if not most or all, they will be coming down. But it's my pantry. I take the precaution. I take the risk. I do what I can. But I know with the few earthquakes that we've had, everything has fared beautifully. I have not lost one jar. And we get quite a few earthquakes. Like I said, we just had one like 3 days ago. And then the next day, New York had one. So this is that one stainless shelf. So where all this long-term food is sitting, that's the shelf that was empty. And the shelf under it was also empty. That was just us eating food out of the pantry. So let's move to the top. I put a couple tubs up top. Now, the sweet potatoes and the crackers, things like that I have a lot of, those were from Amazon food deals that just popped up. And I snagged them. I snagged them. When these things pop up, I try to add them to my Instagram stories so others can take advantage of it as well. Okay, here's the other stainless shelf. Now these tubs, they were also over by the door. Now that I have room, I've moved them down here. Now the wooden things on the floor, they are links to a table that my mother-in-law gave me. It was a huge table, and I don't use the table. Matter of fact, the cabinet that was here in this corner, that was the top of the table. That was the buffet top. And I just took it all apart. So I put those under there for safekeeping. So here's more canned goods. All my meats. So I'm not going to be doing any more in the near future, any more huge grocery hauls. If I do find a bargain, it's going to be with meat, and I'm going to be canning it because my freezers are full. Now, I love this stuff. It's from Hoosier Hill, and if you guys haven't tried it, oh my gosh. So they have clear gel, they had powder milk, buttermilk powder, cream cheese, sour cream, all that. Check out Hoosier Hill. I get no kickbacks from it. Okay. Now I have some number 10 cans at the top. I don't go out and buy number 10 cans because it's just me and hubby. when I do buy them, they're probably for a couple dollars a piece. I only pick them up if they're $2 or $3. And then what I do with them, I recan them. I only recan number 10 cans if it can be hot bathed. I never recan anything that needs to be pressure canned. There's some relish in the back. So I got cranberry juice, cranberry sauce, fruit cocktail. And this freezer here is for my frozen fruits, and I keep all my breads in it. My pumpkin bread, zucchini bread, carrot bread, banana bread, all that's in that freezer. Okay? So this is it, guys. I hope this gives you some ideas. Don't go out and try and buy everything you see. This has taken me years and years, just to perfect it to where, you have to just like zone in on it and you make it your own pantry. You make it the way you want to. And only can the things that your family's going to eat. Only buy the things that your family's going to eat. Only stock up on the stuff that your family's going to eat. When I first started canning, I canned everything, just everything. And some of it was just awful, we don't like any of the pickled stuff. And boy, I did all kinds of pickled stuff, and it was a waste of my time and money. Stick to the things that you know your family is going to like. There's my long-term seeds, my short-term seeds. Got maps in here. I've got flags. I've got a TV. I had the TV going for 2 days while I cleaned this. Okay. So I hope this gives you some ideas. Now I am not going to be showing my pantry again for a while because I said I wasn't going to do it. But I did want to show you how it turned out and how I combined like items. All right. Now in here is our drink closet. See that? It's got all of our drinks, extra canning jars, toilet paper. It's got towels. Yes, I use paper towels, but I also use cloth. I've got 2 time zones going. Okay, so I hope this gave you some ideas. I hope you like it. If you don't have an extra room, don't freak out. Turn a closet into this. Turn a coat closet into it. Just start stacking boxes in the corner of your room, or of any room. Use your mudroom. Think outside the box. Okay? So, you guys, peace out. Have a cool, peaceful week. I don't know what the eclipse. I don't know what the hell's happening tomorrow. I have no clue. I'm just trying to make it every day up here after my car accident. I still have traumatic brain injury. I've had to make this video 3 times because I had a problem talking through the video. So if I'm not making sense during part of it, or if I'm having trouble pronouncing words, then you know why. They don't even know if it's ever going to get better. They just don't know. But I'm still above ground. Thank God. Okay, guys, watch your surroundings. Watch your back. Watch your families. Lock everything up. There's some weird crap going on right now, guys. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Have a cool day.